From Channel 7, San Francisco, here is the Sunday Night News with Bob Dunn.
Good evening. Madame New, the Dragon Lady of South Vietnam, has arrived in San Francisco. News tomorrow morning at 7:30 when Carlton Cordell and Les Bailey bring you 90 for News. Good night.
Nightly at 11, Channel 7 brings you the latest news. See Roger Grimsby and the news tomorrow night at 7 and the news final weeknights at 11 p.m. Watch Channel 7 for all the news.
From the Channel 6 Action Newsroom. Stay tuned to Action News for further details. We now read.
This is Channel 7, the #1 station for news and information in Southern California. Eyewitness News continues now with Jerry Dunphy, Christine Lund, Ted Dawson with sports, Dr. George with the weather, and the Eyewitness News team.
From the desert to the sea to all of Southern California, good evening. Here's the latest at 6. California's record may be...
Live from Channel 5 News in New York, this is the 10 o'clock news with John Rowland and Bill McCreary.
Good evening. We have stories tonight about...
Robert Guillaume, Ricky Schroeder, author Carol Shaw, comedian Bob Duback join Alan on Thick of the Night.
How many sheep per Australian citizen are there in Australia?
Well, there's too many for the women and not enough for the men.
This is Newswatch with Glenn Rinker, Ann Bishop, Chuck Dowdle with sports, Walt Croneiss with weather, and the award-winning Newswatch team.
Angered by soaring...
You're watching Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Ernie Anastas and Katie Tong. Eli Zaret has sports, Storm Field with weather, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good evening. John Marler sitting in tonight for Ernie Anastas, who's on vacation. Here's what...
Channel 2 News at 6 with Jim Jensen, Rollins Smith, Warner Wolf on sports, and Dr. Frank Field with weather.
Good evening. As officials in states from New York to California pull Tylenol capsule...
This is the Independent News on Channel 11 with Brad Holbrook and Sheila Steinbach.
Good evening. The Tylenol poisonings are being called an act of terror.
Your local news 1 hour earlier. Fox 54 News at 10 starts right now.
First on Fox tonight, the search when Fox 54 News at 10 continues. We're giving in to our sweet tooth.
You're watching Fox 54 News at 10 1 hour earlier. Fox 54 News at 10 continues in a moment.
Fox 54 News at 10 weather brought to you by Hank Aaron Land Rover Jaguar.
Welcome back, everybody. What a day. Heat index.
Now, meteorologist Brooke Foster with your WAGT Storm Tracker forecast.
Well, it was a very hot day across Georgia, Carolina. Temperatures today were in the...
Live from Georgia, Carolina's news leader. This is WAGT News at 11.
One man is in jail. Police are looking for another. They say shot at a sheriff's deputy in Georgia.
You're watching WAGT News at 11 with Tracy Atwood, meteorologist Brooke Foster, and Darren Wernick Sports. We're Georgia, Carolina's news leader, WAGT News. Georgia, Carolina logs on to WAGT.com for more local news, weather, and sports 24/7. Log on to WAGT.com. Now, meteorologist Brooke Foster with your WAGT Storm Tracker forecast.
It was a very nice day across Georgia, Carolina.
Coming up.
From WRDW, the station on your side. News 12 at 6 o'clock starts now.
She cries all the time. She cannot sleep from itching.
You're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock with Richard Rogers, Lori Ott, Chief Meteorologist Bob Smith, and Prentice Elliott.
It's Toyota.
News 12 weather is brought to you by the South Carolina Education Lottery. Now, your Storm Team 12 local forecast with live triple Doppler.
Well, folks, again today, some very heavy downpours across.
This is the CBS Evening News with Bob Schieffer.
And Bob is off tonight. Hurricane watches are up tonight along the Atlantic coast of Florida. Katrina, the 11th tropical storm of the season, is heading for landfall there within 36 hours and likely as a hurricane. It could dump.
You're watching NBC5 News at 10.
Hurricane Rita roars across the Gulf of Mexico.
See, the thing is a great big heat engine that thrives on moisture and heat.
Scores of people desert their homes.
It feels like a ghost town.
And the world's worst traffic jam clogs Texas highways.
Interstate 45 is virtually at a standstill.
Texans run out of fuel and run low on hope.
Man, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare.
I wish I would just lay here and die.
Good evening, I'm Mike Snyder.
And I'm Jane McGarry. Tonight, Hurricane Rita is on the move, packing 140-mile-an-hour winds. The storm took...
Airlines are focusing on moving as many passengers and aircraft out of Hurricane Rita's way as possible by Saturday.
Tracking Hurricane Rita, the latest from the NBC5 Weather Plus team.
The Hurricane Rita is still just about 400 miles off the southeast Texas coast, but already we're seeing some of those...
Where news comes first for North Central Montana. This is Beartooth News, Weekend Edition.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brian Rodriguez. First, some breaking news. News 12, actually Beartooth News has learned that longtime...
Live, local. This is Coded Territory News at 10.
Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Daniel Camp. Here's your top story. Governor Dave.
This is WBZ TV4, Boston's choice for news and information. You are watching WBZ4 News on Boston's television station.
Good evening, I'm Ted Wayman in for Joe Shortsleeve tonight.
And I'm Lisa Hughes. Now charged with 7 counts of first-degree murder, the man accused in the Wakefield office shooting.
In other news tonight, a 25-year-old man is dead.
Today, Joe Bergantino and the I-Team have been exposing local scandal for 20 years.
Joe Bergantino is a relentless investigator with proven integrity. When you blow the whistle on government corruption that hurts the people of Boston, you gotta be accurate.
WBZ4 News. WBZ means news.
Have live Team 4 coverage.
This is WBZ TV4, Boston's choice for news and information. You are watching WBZ4 News on Boston's television station.
Good evening, I'm Ted Wayman.
And I'm Lisa Hughes. We are learning much more tonight about the deadly office shootings in Wakefield.
Now, coverage you can count on. This is News Center 5.
Now at 6, a community comes together tonight to remember the 7 people who lost their lives in Wakefield. And what caused Michael McDermott to allegedly snap? An FBI profiler tries to answer that question. Plus, get out those shovels. We could be in for lots of snow this weekend. We'll tell you when and how much. And we'll show you how some local seniors are celebrating the new year a little early. Good evening, everyone. Natalie is off tonight. The healing begins in Wakefield, where friends...
Tonight, Thursday, January 4th, 2001. This man had a bullet in his head for 25 years and didn't know it.
I
will kick your
A suburban mayor sounds off about a scuffle sparked by a snowplow. A lawmaker triggers a controversy. He says he's glad when someone kills a cop.
People are choosing between eating and heating.
And Chicago leaders talk tough about the high price of natural gas. This is Fox News. Tonight, only news at 9.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Robin Robinson.
And I'm Walter Jacobson. And first on our news tonight, the high cost of staying warm. Chicago.
You're watching Fox News. Tonight, only news at 9.
Este es WSNS Telemundo 44 y Canal 45 Digital Chicago.
Con fiestas y regalos, la comunidad latina celebra en Chicago el tradicional Día de Reyes. Y por si no lo sabía, enviar correspondencia postal le costará más a partir de este fin de semana.
Y en deportes, con 6 partidos en Día de Reyes inicia el verano del fútbol mexicano. Además, 8 equipos en busca del Super Bowl en la NFL.
Telemundo, Noticiero 44 a las 10.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas noches. Es un gusto que estén con nosotros. Nos vamos de inmediato con los hechos más importantes.
¿Qué tal, amigos? ¿Cómo están? Y muy buenas noches. Espero que si usted se levantó temprano...
Nuestro programa Buenos Días Chicago, de lunes a viernes, a partir de 6 a 7 de la mañana, están cordialmente invitados. Por lo pronto, nos vemos el lunes.
Buen fin de semana.
Adiós.
En vivo, desde Univisión Chicago, esto es Noticias 66 Univisión a las 10.
Satisfecho el presidente chileno con el reporte sobre la verdad de los desaparecidos.
Arrestan a un hombre por supuesto abuso sexual de menores.
Y conozca la otra cara de la familia Picasso.
Noticias 66 Univisión empieza ahora.
Buenas noches, Cecilia Barreda está en lugar de Rafael Romo, quien tiene el día libre.
Buenas noches.
El presidente de Chile elogia ante su pueblo el reporte de la verdad sobre el destino de los desaparecidos.
66, conozca a la familia cubana del pintor Pablo Picasso. No se vaya, volvemos en un momento.
Noticias 66 Univisión Chicago, el equipo con más experiencia. Jorge Barbosa.
En México, los legisladores tenemos una buena noticia para las madres. Un oficial latino del Servicio de Inmigración de Chicago.
Carla Sánchez.
¿Cuáles son los problemas? La esposa del presidente electo, Laura Bush.
Informándole por más de una década. Jorge y Carla, trabajando día y noche para usted. Cuando busque el equipo con más experiencia, cuente con Noticias 66 Univisión Chicago. Su equipo ahora y siempre.
Siento que...
Now, from Minnesota's leading news station, Cindy Brucato, Stan Turner, Dennis Felkin, and Bob Bruce. This is the Eyewitness News Update.
Good evening, everyone. The big number tonight is... There's something...
From the Twin Cities Action Center, News 11, your new choice for news, with Paul Majors, Diana Pierce, Tom Ryder on sports, and meteorologist Paul Douglas.
Good evening. Topping tonight's News 11, a trainload of suspected cancer-causing...
You are watching WCCO Television, Minneapolis, St. Paul. This is the 10 p.m. report.
Good evening, everyone. The Minneapolis Police Department.
The news this morning with Michael Pomerantz and Lisa Hill. Weekdays on CBS 2.
Right now on Nightcast, Hillary Clinton is just hours away from officially becoming Senator of New York. We're live in D.C. with a preview.
Also, new details about the man accused of attacking Archbishop Egan during Mass.
And in Health Watch, the over-the-counter drugs that can hurt your unborn baby.
Nightcast, right now.
You're watching the CBS 2 Information Network.
Now, live from Fifth Avenue, this is Nightcast.
evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Angela Ray.
And I'm Ernie Anastas. Well, tomorrow marks the beginning of a new era. First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton will be sworn in as Senator of New York.
Our look at the world tonight.
CTV, Canadian television.
Tonight, live at 5.
There's no business like snow business, and that's particularly true for the snowmobile touring business in the Maritimes. That story and much more tonight, live at 5.
Ron Kronstein, Nancy Regan, meteorologist Peter Code, Star Dobson on your side, and Todd Battis on the scene. This is ATV News, live at 5.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Live at 5 for Wednesday, January 3rd. I'm Nancy Regan.
And I'm Ron Kronstein. Doctors in New Brunswick are closing their doors next week to protest wages and a doctor's shortage.
But this battle between doctors and the government is 5. Boy, those pictures look good, don't they?
Oh, it looks like a nice spot.
That's it for us for this evening. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody.
The news continues now with Steve Murphy. Steve?
All right, thank you, Ron and Nancy, and good evening, everyone. And now, the ATV Evening News. Tonight, doctors shut it down, raising the stakes in the physician fight.
Doctors don't want to do this. They're not trained to do this type of thing. They're trained to help people. That's what they do every day.
Then starving ponies. The SPC expects charges.
She could barely eat because her mouth is really sore.
And on the rebound, an interest rate cut leads to a market rally.
It's been a tough year, the market.
Live from the Maritimes, the ATV Evening News with Steve Murphy.
Good evening, everyone. Beginning on Monday, the doctor won't be with you in a minute or at all in New Brunswick. The problem
And the Canada Safety Council.
Live from the new PL, Kate Young and George Clark with your News Now.
Good evening. Winter's wrath is taking a toll.
Tonight on Check TV News at 5. Terror in central Saanich. An elderly couple is held at knife point by a pair of home invaders. Plus, Alan Greenspan speaks and the markets listen and respond. Good evening. Hudson has the night off.
Live from BCTV, here are tonight's top stories.
The bulls are back on the stock markets in a frenzy of buying. When those airfares aren't as cheap as you thought, a consumer alert. And a medical detective with a mission, defeating Alzheimer's.
Right now, the News Hour with Tony Parsons.
Good evening. Just when it looked like the stock market bubble had burst, it reinflated in a frenzy today with huge numbers of trades.
Of uninterrupted news starts right now.
With complete Northwest news coverage. This is Cairo 7 Eyewitness News at 5.
Breaking news in Woodinville, where a woman...
News reporter Ray Lane is live at the scene with this breaking story. Ray?
Now, live from WSYX-TV, this is News Center on ABC 6.
A murdered college student, a suspect released, another not yet charged. Was there someone else involved? Good evening, I'm Pete Scoville in for Bob Hetherington.
I'm Charlene Brown, and this is News Center. He's a main suspect in the murder of a Kenyan college student and investigator.
Tomorrow at 7 a.m., could you live to be 150?
A local researcher says the body is conditioned to do just that. He'll be here with some advice on how to defy aging.
And we'll be at a special holiday party with Sunny 95.
That's tomorrow at 7 on News Center on Fox 28.
You're watching News Center on ABC 6 with Charlene Brown and Bob Hetherington.
This week, the mother of a physically challenged 12-year-old...
Stories of the Year starts now.
Now, Fox 17 News at 9.
I had to walk in that room and identify Carrie. I had to look at her body. Is that something you can do?
Tonight, a father shares a personal warning about drinking and driving. His story will make you think twice before getting behind the wheel intoxicated. Good evening, I'm Christine Soldner. Every New Year's Eve, we hear the warning.
You're watching Fox 17 News.
Each year, the Associated Press, the news is now.
From the News Channel 5 Network. This is News Channel 5 at 10. Your news and information leader.
Good evening, everybody, and Happy New Year. I'm Lydia Lenker. We'll officially ring in the new year in less than 2 hours.
And SkyMax 4 Live Radar, working for you. You're watching Channel 4 News, working for you.
We're going to drink a little. My older brother's going to be our designated driver.
Alcohol will be part of many New Year's Eve celebrations tonight, and police want to make sure you have a safe ride home. Happy New Year's Eve and welcome to the scene at 10. Cynthia and Mike are off tonight. I'm Lindsay Hudson.
How Music City and the rest of the world is ringing in the new year.
From WSMV Channel 4 Studios in Nashville, this is your News 4 Today.
Okay, good morning and welcome to this early edition of News 4 Today.
From WOIO-TV, Home Team 19 News starts right now.
A Canton family is trying to cope with the loss of 3 family members dying in a house fire. Police are investigating a 14-year-old girl and the stabbing death of a 3-month-old baby. Today is Buddy Check 19 Day at Home Team 19. Meet a woman who's helping others in the fight against breast cancer. And what does Dual Doppler XL have in store for us after yesterday's frigid cold? Stephanie Roberts will have your forecast. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cynthia Barnes. Mike is off today. It will...
You're watching WFMJ TV 21, where 21 stands for more local news. This is 21 Action News, 11 p.m.
The year 2001 is just a few days away.
But citizens in a Trumbull County town don't yet know exactly how their money will be spent next year. Most of car.
You're watching 21 Action News with Bob Black and Laura Steele. Night.
You're watching 27 First News, where your news comes first.
Thanks, Rich. You're watching WFMJ TV 21, where 21 stands for more local news. This is 21 Action News Morning Report.
Good morning, I'm Scott Schneider. Thanks for joining us for this local news break. New information.
And now, live from WKYC Cleveland, this is Channel 3 News.
Good morning, everybody. It's 8:25. Channel 3 News. Drugs music.
Gina Marinelli and Tom Holden on 27 First News, where your news comes first.
Good evening, everyone.
WKZO-TV Channel 3 serving West Michigan.
News Source 3, Thursday, October 24th. Your West Michigan source for news, weather, sports, and a special report on children in need, what it takes to be a foster parent. Now, here's the News Source 3 news team to tell you more.
Good evening, West Michigan. I'm Tom McWilliams.
And I'm Lynn Emons. From the mighty to the small...
Long.
This has been News Source 3 for Thursday, October 24th. Stay tuned for the CBS Late Night Movie.
This is a special report from News Active 3.
Good morning, I'm Pat Elliott, News Active 3. As we reported earlier today, a North Central Airlines plane went down this morning near the Kalamazoo Airport.
You're watching WWMC, West Michigan's Channel 3. This is News 3 Midday.
Hi, everybody, and good afternoon. Welcome to this Friday edition of News 3 Midday. I'm Dennis House.
And I'm Cindy Dole. Another gorgeous day.
News 3 Midday with Cindy Dole, Dennis House, and Keith Thompson's weather.
Mattress Outlet is open.
Coming up next, and have a good Sunday evening.
Good night.
There's a feeling in the air that you can't get anywhere except in Michigan. I love to walk the wooded ways and share the magic days of Michigan. From the Great Lake close at hand, I can look across the land and see you touch the sky. From where the cities grow to where the sunsets go, we're all good neighbors passing by. Makes no difference where I go, you're the best place that I know. Hello, Michigan, hello, West Michigan. Channel 3 loves you.
Clear, concise information you can use. News 3.
You're watching WWMT, West Michigan's Channel 3. This is News 3 at 11.
High winds, rain, lightning. More than 600 elementary students marched down.
Live from WWMT, your station for news in all of West Michigan. This is News 3 at 11.
Allegan County Sheriff.
When you see news break, dial pound ABC7 on your Verizon mobile phone. That's pound 2227. It's a free call to the ABC7 News hotline. Proud to be on your side, this is ABC7 News at 6.
For the second time in a week, rescue workers rush to save a family whose home is filled with dangerously high levels of carbon monoxide.
An opening ceremony that could close major commuter routes. I'm Bob Costantini, live on the Mall.
Plus, people from very different backgrounds come together today to honor Dr. King's dreams. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kathleen Matthews.
And I'm Maureen Bunyan. Communities nationwide mark the birth
ahead here on ABC7 News at 6.
You're watching ABC7 News at 6 with Maureen Bunyan, Kathleen Matthews, Chief Meteorologist Doug Hill, and running out on sports. This is ABC7 News at 6, proud to be on your side.
Get connected with the news you need. Dateline 29 News, live at 5.
Coming up on the next Live at 5, an estimated 4 million Americans suffer from Alzheimer's disease, a disease that robs people of their memories. There still isn't a cure, but a new study shows a natural substance may be able to lessen the effects of this disease, even delay its onset. That story Monday at 5.
Make the connection with the news you need. Dateline 29 News, live at 5.
WVIR-TV, NBC 29. This is Dateline 29 News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Lori Lagrovic, and thanks for joining us tonight. New at 11, a Charlottesville man is facing gun and drug charges after being arrested.
From the heart of the Virginias, this is WHSB TV3 News at noon. We're making a difference for you.
Don't always believe what you read. Those vacation ads could be too good to be true. Good afternoon.
More people in the Valley get their local news from TV3 than from any other source.
From WUAB-TV, this is Home Team 43 News.
You feel it the instant you walk out the door.
You're watching WLWT-TV, Channel 5 Cincinnati. Coverage that's first, fast, accurate throughout Greater Cincinnati and the Tri-State. This is Eyewitness News 5 today.
Welcome back to the second half of Eyewitness.
Right now.
From the News Channel 5 Network, this is News Channel 5 This Morning, your news and information leader.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Beth Tucker. We're glad you're with us on this.
Live from the NBC4 studios in Columbus, this is News Channel 4 at 5.